It's so crazy to me that you guys are listening to people whose main source of income is selling a mentorship or course program. If you get attracted by a watch or a car or anything except a bank statement or money, you will get scammed. That is the 100% truth, and I cannot put it any other way up apart from that.
Streetwear brand owners are down bad. Right now, the streetwear community is flooded with influencers who are selling the idea of success more than the actual skills to achieve them. It is all marketed to gullible teenagers who are scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and maybe want to start their own brand or business. Many of these grifters promise financial freedom through Shopify stores, drop shipping, or running ads for small brands, but very few creators behind these programs have a sustainable long-term business. One of the most well-known of these course sellers is Bergen Resnick, also known as Brez Scales. He first started making money through online gaming on Fortnite and early freelance work for brands, then shifted into marketing and lifestyle content. His brand works because the lifestyle that he broadcasts is aspirational and accessible enough for young people to imagine themselves achieving the same. This whole business model is not unique to Brez Scales. There are a lot of young creators in both the business and streetwear space who operate in the same way. They make all their money through visibility, status, and perceived expertise rather than building real businesses that could survive independently of their social media success. The result of this is a massive cesspool of culture within streetwear where hope and aspiration is being sold as the product rather than a real business itself. To anyone with a brain, most of these guys are full of shit. Anyone who genuinely follows these people or pays for their courses thinks they're getting real valuable content, but in reality, they're just getting played. These creators don't care about your financial independence or want to provide genuine value. They care about how many course sales they can milk from middle schoolers who want to live the same lifestyle that they're constantly showing to their followers on the internet. The thing about all of these streetwear brands owners is, bro, what are you doing here?
Yo, I'm almost sold out of my last drop. This is my last shirt right here.
Bro, you still haven't improved the quality of any of your shit.
What are you talking about? It's only 98% polyester now.
Bro, get this out of here. I'm fucking sick of this shit.
You don't even know a good brand when you see it. I don't even have to sell these anymore. I sell courses now, and I make good money.
Courses?
Yeah. Courses. I have made more money in the last month selling courses than I ever have with my own brand.
Yeah, because you're selling to teenagers who don't know any better. You know what? I'm sick of guys like you. Get your ass out of here.
So now that I officially own a track hawk, does this mean I can say it?
These streetwear brand owners have realized that they can make more money selling courses on how to start a streetwear brand than actually running their own brand. Many of these creators start small using platforms like TikTok and Instagram to document their lives and share tips on running online businesses. And at first, the content could seem useful to people who don't know any better. They usually have tutorials on Facebook ads, Shopify setup guides, or just design principles for building streetwear brands. As followers grow, these creators begin to monetize their attention through courses, mentorship programs, and consulting services. In Brez Scales' case, he started doing his own streetwear brand, but later realized he can make more money doing paid advertising for other brands. He started leveraging his lifestyle content into courses that cost thousands of dollars. These students buy access to his knowledge and network, but much of this appeal comes from watching him live the life they want rather than the specific steps he teaches. The reason why this resonates with so many kids is because the lifestyle content is merged with the actual practical information. These teens and young adults are drawn in by all of these flashy visuals, social proof, and the feeling that they get that they're gaining inside access to someone's success. They know how to maintain visibility and keep their followers engaged through short form clips on TikTok or Instagram Reels and through their Discord communities. But the reality is, half of these creators who are selling courses wouldn't last a week without any social media hype. They sell these courses as if it's original and the key to success and money, but most of the time it's recycled advice that's just copy and pasted from someone else who actually knows what they're doing. If you guys remember Ty Lopez, the here in my garage just bought this new Lamborghini guy, he became ultra successful because he did the same exact thing. Marketing using his Lamborghini and mansion to broke people that think anyone can get rich quick. But within the streetwear space, one major factor driving the success of this type of business is the way the lifestyle is marketed. Luxury cars, expensive apartments, designer clothes, and all of these extravagant trips that function as signals of the person's success. It's all designed to attract attention and create a sense of aspiration. But the problem about this is it's not set up for long-term success. Brez Scales recently posted this on his Twitter account trying to sell several of his sports cars. It's ironic, but it reveals the obvious vulnerability that the lifestyle is expensive to maintain and relies on continuous cash flow from courses or these consulting services. When they can't convince enough kids to sign up for their course every month, they eventually have to sell all of these cars that are depreciating assets. And more than likely, this tweet was probably just rage bait, but nonetheless, it's still ridiculous to have that many expensive car payments, and I can't imagine that they're that inexpensive either. Many young online entrepreneurs invest heavily into these visible signs of wealth in order to sustain their personal brand. Whenever their income slows or their competition increases, all of these expenses with their lifestyle will eventually outpace their monthly revenue. The thing is, the audience doesn't see the full picture. The people who don't know any better will continue to equate the image of their success with any sort of actual business success or expertise. This continues to create a culture, especially in streetwear, where perception matters more than any skill and value. And this continues to encourage grifters and influencers to prioritize these bullshit optics over any real substance. I guarantee most of these course gurus' lifestyle is built off of lies, credit, or just temporary hype. And the thing about this is that all of these streetwear courses and mentorship programs are particularly appealing to teenagers because they have a promise of financial independence with a connection to the lifestyle that they really want. All of these programs that people are buying into are typically $5,000 plus, and they're usually just group coaching calls, pre-recorded videos that you can watch on their online portal, and marketing strategies that are accessible enough for beginners. Brez also has his own version of this called the Elite Roundtable program. The course teaches these kids how to run ads for small brands, but the most compelling feature is for these students to have access to the persona that Brez has created. There is a sense of belonging whenever you buy into an expensive program that has all of these elite young entrepreneurs who are making thousands of dollars online every month. And being a part of this elite circle just reinforces the young kids' desires to participate and create a brand or a business that is successful, even if they lack any of the experience or discipline to apply these principles effectively. And recently, within the last few years especially, we've seen a lot of these grifters popping up, especially with the rise of Andrew Tate. They create these programs that rely on social proof, scarcity, and some emotional hooks to convert interest into sales. They buy into the cult thinking they're getting some exclusive deal where they can buy a Lamborghini with all of this rare information they have, but really they're just funding the Lamborghini of the course seller themselves. And the thing is, most, if not all of this information can be found for free on YouTube. They don't realize that they are the method. Course sellers like Brez leverage multiple channels for visibility, from long form YouTube content, short viral clips, Instagram updates, and occasionally group events. Each piece of content that he puts out is intentional to build a cult-like audience. And this is their bread and butter because it serves as both entertainment and marketing. The more content they put out, the better, because people will buy into their course. All of the views from their videos is later monetized into a funnel through high-ticket courses, consulting, and coaching programs. The content is consistently refined so the audience feels connected to the streetwear brand owner. And by the time an offer is presented, these kids are pretty much already primed to convert because they've spent so much time and attention following this person. A lot of young entrepreneurs are learning to market perception rather than building real scalable businesses. All of these courses and coaching programs promise financial independence to streetwear brand owners without teaching any sustainable skill sets. And the thing that sucks about this is the broader system honestly encourages similar behavior across all industries, where these streetwear brand owners now have to chase visibility and hype rather than any sort of product innovation or operational skills. The problem that I have with this is that it rewards style over substance. It's taking advantage of young kids who want to spend money to buy into their dream. And at the same time, it's punishing anyone who wants to build something that genuinely has value and lasts in the long term. There are a lot of streetwear brand owners who are passionate about what they're creating, and they're in it for the culture and art. But because of some of these bad actors, it makes everyone in the community look like they're a scammer. If this keeps going, we're going to have the next generation of kids thinking that they can be millionaires from TikTok and cars rather than putting in actual work. And the streetwear brand community is already cooked as it is with people who just scam and don't ship out orders in the first place. But to have so many people who now realize that they can make more money milking kids who want to have this dream of becoming a successful brand owner, I don't know, it's just so pathetic to me to see people's morals and values go out the window just for some money. For anyone who's looking to start a business or a streetwear brand, I feel like the key takeaway is to focus on skill and value creation. Relying solely on lifestyle marketing and social proof is not the way to go. You can make a quick buck in the short term, but really, where are your morals and values in doing that? The thing is, people who are trying to build a brand don't need to buy from course sellers. All it takes is taking the time to learn how to design, sew, and market with a quick Google search. There is no one secret that one person has that no one else does that will make you a successful streetwear brand or marketer. The only common knowledge or characteristics of these successful streetwear brand owners that I know is just sheer grit and determination. If you're following these gurus thinking you're going to get rich quick, you're just setting yourself up for massive disappointment. Most of these people are just clowns who have made a fortune off of scamming people. Stop being brain dead and worshiping these flashy cars and designer fits. Also recognize that having expensive things doesn't mean that these people aren't in debt, and most of the time they're not making their money in an ethical or noble way. The whole online streetwear and coaching world lives in this small bubble based on this idea of aspiration and perceived expertise. Creators like Breadscales have shown how many people will fall for this and get taken advantage of when the focus is on money and status. They cater to broke kids who want to be greater than something that they currently are. If that means saving up Christmas money or swiping their mom's credit card, they'll do it because it's all based on their personal desire. I think it's important to distinguish the difference between online clout and actual competence of business owners who are claiming to make you $25K plus a month off of some course. Paying for information on how to start a business or a streetwear brand is way bigger of a market than it should be. For people who have any sort of level of competence, you can just figure it out yourself. It's not like you're learning how to code for the first time. There are so many creators out there who will give you information for free. It's not some hidden secret like they're trying to make it out to be. And the reason why this works so well within the streetwear space is because of the community that it's all built around. 99% of typical brand owners are buying into it because they started their brand to get the nice car or the penthouse. It was all about ego from the start. They don't care about the culture or art aspect to creating a brand. But at the end of the day, successful brands aren't about the number of followers or luxury cars. What really matters is the value created and the products that can last in the long term whenever all of these viral trends are dead. I don't know, I feel like if kids continue to buy into this without understanding all of the problems behind this industry and that they're most likely just getting scammed, they're just gonna graduate knowing more about how to take a screenshot off their Instagram page rather than building a successful brand with actual value. I just hate to see people constantly getting taken advantage of, especially when it's built off of selling a dream or idea. But let me know what you think. Have you ever bought a course for some of these streetwear brand gurus before? I think it's probably one of the worst investments you can make, especially if you're paying like $5,000 for some of these elite courses. At the end of the day, if these people are dumb enough to buy into these groups, then I really don't feel too bad for them. But I still think a lot of these brand owner course sellers are just grifters and don't provide any actual substance to the market. And if you like content like this, feel free to check out some of the other videos on my channel that are similar to this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.